Hi people of Hawaii and beyond, I'm Katie from St. Anthony School, and I'm your host. Welcome to Learn Green Grow, a show about how to green your school. One of the ways you can green your school is to start a garden club. I'm here with Miss Braden and Courtney, who I'll ask some questions. When did you start the garden club?
Well, we didn't start the garden club right away. I wrote a grant 3 years ago. I thought it would be interesting to grow a garden. I'd always wanted a garden at school. So I found out a small grant for $1,000, and we built the gardens, and we were using them as part of our 7th grade class. And then after the fall semester, I thought it would be fun to work with another group. So that year, the whole 7th grade class worked with the whole 3rd grade class, and we didn't have a garden club. But we found out that that was too many kids to have in the garden at one time. So the second year, we decided to just have the kids who wanted to work with the 3rd graders continue working with them. So the whole 7th grade grows the garden in the fall, and then in January, the ones who wanted to join the garden club joined the garden club and helped the 3rd graders, and also we were invited to join a group of other schools that grow gardens. And as part of that, we had to come up with a challenge project. And so our challenge was how we could help use the garden to benefit the school community. And the garden club was helpful in framing that challenge and figuring out what to do for it and sharing it with the community afterwards.
Okay. Is there a certain reason you started?
Having a garden? I just like growing things. I like growing things. I like eating things, and I think it's fun for kids to grow and eat things that they grew. So that's why I started it. And it's really grown into something much bigger than that. And it's grown into a better way of kids understanding our whole school and working together and collaborating and creating new things, and that's exciting.
Okay. Have you met any, have you had any goals that you've met or want to meet?
Well, every year we set new goals, and that's part of the model, or the challenge that was brought to us by this group that invited us to join them, and the group is called Grow Hawaii, and it's organized by the Hawaii Association of Independent Schools, and we are all given a challenge every year. So the first year they just said, take a challenge on. This year they said, how could you use the garden to green your school? That was our challenge this year. And even when this group disbands, we're going to continue probably to set our own challenges. We've learned to do that by working with this group.
So Courtney, who can be in the garden club?
7th and 8th graders.
And have you worked with any other kids that are maybe a little smaller?
We worked with the 3rd graders earlier this year and taught them a lot about gardening, and they each made their own gardens.
Awesome. So Courtney, I understand that you made a video about the garden club.
Yeah, it's everything that we've done throughout the year.
Why did you want to make this video?
Well, we made a video because it's much easier to share with more people. For example, a PowerPoint, it's a presentation, but you kind of need someone to speak during it. You can't just show it to someone without anyone else and have them understand it. A video explains everything really easily, and it's easy to make, and it's great at communicating things.
Awesome. Well, do you want to watch the video?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a video about the garden club that Courtney made.
Hi, we're the Garden Warriors, a group of 2 years that has worked on our own, with the other students and with the teachers to make St. Anthony's a greener place.
For our challenge project, the Garden Warriors focused on switching to eating school lunches with metal forks instead of plastic ones. When we learned that 137 pounds of plastic were going into landfills every year just from our forks, we knew something had to be done. With each student eating school lunches using 113 forks a year, combined, that's more than 12,000 forks. The kitchen goes through 25 huge boxes of them, which is $280 a year the school doesn't need to spend. Now every student uses one of these stainless steel forks bought with money we earned selling vegetables from our gardens.
Another thing the Garden Warriors did this year was grow and harvest food with the 3rd graders. We met up every week for a few months to plant, tend to, and harvest corn, beets, basil, lettuce, tomatoes, beans, bok choy, and parsley. Everyone had the satisfaction of eating what they had grown themselves while learning more about gardening and taking care of plants at the same time.
The harvest we grew by ourselves of lettuce, bok choy, beans, basil, beets, corn, tomatoes, papayas, bell peppers, and eggplant added up to more than 190 pounds of food. We also sold pesto made with our basil. For fun, we competed to see who could grow the best-looking garden. The third graders helped us decide that Jordan Stark's expert planting skills won the garden off. Good job!
This year we started using permaculture. That means we grow plants that don't have to be replanted every year. Instead, they manage themselves and keep growing after their harvest. The pigeon peas and the papayas in our garden are good examples of permaculture. Speaking of papayas, we donate some of them to Outreach for Charity.
Thanks for watching.
I hope today's episode inspired you to make your own garden club at your school. See you next time.